Alright, so this is a little different from what I usually do, but I figured after seeing this spread around social media and everything, I figured this is an important thing to be talking about because for those fans of The Last of Us, the game and the show, you probably know I'm talking about this recent episode of episode 2 with spoilers for those who haven't seen the episode. Jump to this time, it'll be right here. But with Joel's death in this episode and the character of Abby, I figured this is a very important thing to be talking about because the backlash Caitlin Dever has gotten recently after last night's episode, with people saying horrible things and not being very nice. You have to realize this is a person of fiction she is playing, and this is not real. But people get caught up on how the game should be like this. This character is horrible. Take things with a grain of salt, people. Honestly. You need to know there are real people playing these characters. I had recently heard Laura Bailey, who plays Abby in Last of Us 2, had gotten horrible things said to her about her character and what happens with her and what she does in the second game. And seeing this come back now with season 2 playing on HBO right now and Caitlin Dever being on the show as Abby, people need to know this is not okay. There are fandoms who will go crazy over everything and say things that shouldn't be said. But we are talking about real people that are part of this show and need to be respected, even for what if their character is played wrong or the character's decisions and what they do are not good. I mean, we look at, say, Walter White, for example. He does bad stuff, even though I haven't seen Breaking Bad, but people like him. And his actor, I forget, Bryan Cranston, didn't get backlash or anything from what I've heard. I haven't looked anything up yet, but this is an important problem happening because people can't let go of their needs or let alone anything just because they want a game or show or movie that's being remade to be the same as the original, when many people, sometimes the original stuff changes and we can't do nothing about that. And you need to take in consideration people play these characters not by having to be forced to play it, but they are reached out by the execs asking if they would like to play this character or audition for these characters. And it's an important thing to know that they are real people too, just like you and I and everyone in the world. People sometimes are in the wrong, and there are moments when you need to let them know they are in the wrong. And the characterization of Abby, for those who have played the game, is a very complex and difficult character to understand in my case. But that's the whole reason she has her whole part in the game and her own story, so that we can understand this character more and why she does what she did. People need to calm down and stop being dicks to people who play these characters. it riles me up that good people get treated horribly for what they do in playing characters like this. I mean, I watch Euphoria, and Jacob Elordi has gotten hate for his character of Nate in the show, and I do not like Nate at all. But Jacob Elordi is a good actor, being able to portray such a horrible human in that show. And that doesn't mean he is an actual sadistic asshole in real life like his character. He is a real human being, just like Caitlin Dever, who plays Abby in the season 2 of Last of Us. And with the hate the show has gotten because of the casting, it's a show. Not all the people are gonna be exactly like the characters in the game. You have to suspend your little fan casting and all of that, because work and money and great people help make these shows and these movies possible, just to see, for us audiences, fans of the games, to be able to see and interpret what we think of them. And I know video game adaptations aren't always the best. Like, Mario's casting was, people went fucking nuts because of the people casting it. But that movie was a big success. And we practically didn't care of the casting anymore once we watched the movie. So you guys, everyone who's going off of this and talking mean to Caitlin Dever, you need to stop. Because I get where you're coming from. I'm in the light category of Last of Us Part 2. I understand the hate, and I understand the love. And I don't have a favorite character in the game. I see both sides of both characters and where fans come from. Like, I like Abby and I like Ellie. But that doesn't mean I love them and support the choices they make. I support the characterization and the way these characters are played out in these games and movies. You guys have to realize, and I know I've said this already in this video, we are all people. We have feelings. We can get hurt online. Cyberbullying is not a joke. And people can get really hurt by what people say. It is very important you know what you're about to do and say to someone before you do it, because then there can be consequences to what you say if you don't say something different, or think about what it is you're gonna say and realize this is wrong. I shouldn't be saying this. Actors and actresses are very important people because they go out of their way to bring characters to life in fictional characters, characters that exist, or in adaptations, characters that have already been realized in, say, animation, with animated movies being remade live action, and comic book movies coming to life. Sorry, but they struggle enough from backlash and the paparazzi and fans, the fandom they have, because some can be toxic fans and very creepy, but they are all people too. You have to realize what you're doing to these people Because not everyone is going to agree with you, especially on what you say. You need to realize what you are saying and putting out on social media towards this person or whoever it is you are talking about. Because you don't know whether or not they're going to see what you wrote and determine what will happen because of your actions. Caitlin Dever is a good actress. She was great in No One Will Save You. And I see her as Abby now. The poor girl, even in the first episode, the poor girl lost her mother weeks before shooting the first episode, her scene in that first episode. And you guys are being horrible to her. The girl needed time. The girl took time and found people to be with to help her cope with the loss of a dear family member. And you have to know that is a tough time for a person for having lost someone important to them. We all need to stop with what is going on for these good people and making their lives hard enough when they have so much weight on their shoulders playing characters like the characters we know from these video games or shows or movies. Because they don't know how big of a fandom there is. And you have to realize that they may not have known what the game is like or the character. This needs to be known about. Because everyone is a real person. Everyone has feelings. We can all get hurt. And it is tough enough for, say, people who don't have people by their side and they're going through horrible things. We need to reach out to people and help them in their battles, saying we are by their side. And even if we don't support them fully, all we can do is be there for them. There are content creators on YouTube who have gone through horrible things and have struggled with mental health. And they have so many of their fans reach out to them, making sure they are okay. And I feel like as a community, as people, we need to do the same thing. Because it is a horrible thing to say cruel and rude things to another. And it needs to be known for what it does to people. So I hope you guys have taken in what I've said and learned that we need to help people in our everyday lives and celebrities. If they don't see us reach out to them, we need them to know we are on their side if we don't support them fully. Because it is a very rough environment with acting, from what I know. Because you have a lot of stuff on your hands, making sure everything is right. We need to calm down with these, with the cyberbullying and rude things we say about celebrities. I hope you guys understand why I made this, because I feel like this needs to be talked about and understood. And I don't know if it'll ever reach out to her or she would ever see this, but I hope the best for you, Caitlin Dever. I am on your side, and I support you for what you do. As well as you, Bella Ramsey. You are a wonderful actress. I know you haven't had... I mean, people have said they don't like you cast as Ellie, and I've seen it, but I really do support everyone and their choices and how they play a character. Even if I don't like a character, I will support them for being able to play the character. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.